The sun is out, and that means more Southern Californians are going to be hitting the roads. But prices at the pump are going to leave their pockets feeling empty.
A man is facing firearms-related charges after deputies found a ghost gun in his truck.
Taking a stroll down the Mission Beach boardwalk, you don't see many vendors showcasing their goods, but that wasn't the case a few months ago. The difference is police are now looking to see if vendors have filled out this application and received a permit to cash in on beachgoers.
And it's official, pandas are back in America's finest city. The San Diego Zoo confirmed the two giant pandas are here, Yuchuan and Singbao. They arrived here Friday morning.
We're here in Imperial Beach and it stinks. At least that's what residents tell us. They say the smell is overwhelming as soon as they step outside. And with temperatures rising, they want to get out and go into the water, but that's just not an option for them.
Looking for a fun way to celebrate Dad? It's all about cars and coffee at the San Diego Automotive Museum for the car-loving fathers around town. And a disappointing development for yoga teachers trying to stop the city of San Diego's crackdown on beach yoga.
San Diego police announcing they'll be installing smart streetlights all throughout Hillcrest. This comes after a year of rising hate crime and pellet gun shootings that targeted local gay bars like these ones behind me.
And we have some new information to report. The Navy has now identified the two sailors. They were killed in a crash that involved multiple cars. It shut down the 5 freeway near Camp Pendleton. A strike is averted less than 2 weeks away from Comic-Con. According to the UT, union workers at the San Diego Convention Center secured a deal giving them a pay raise.
Every summer, millions of tourists flock to San Diego. Many of them come here to the La Jolla Cove. But experts tell us all that foot traffic is harming their most precious wildlife, sea lions.
Chaos at one of the most popular spots in San Diego, and regulars say it's not the first time.
You can go down there any day of the week and you'll see people touching them, taking their selfies, surrounding them.
Robin Davidoff volunteers with the Sierra Club Seal Society. She began working at the Cove when she saw beachgoers getting too close to sea lions. The society has called on the city to create a cove management plan.
The tourists are loving these sea lions to death, almost literally.
The summer is pupping season for sea lions. It's also the busiest time of the year for tourism. The Seal Society tells us 7 out of the 9 pups born this season have died or gone missing. They say human interaction separates pups from their moms.
So if we touch them, we have oils on our hands and it gets transferred to the pup. And then when she comes back, she's like, well, I'm not quite sure, if you're mine or not. So I'm not quite sure if I'm going to feed you.
The club is asking the city for signs and barriers to be put up at the Cove, as well as a ranger to educate the public.
We want to keep the beach open. All we're asking for is for the rangers and lifeguards to put down some cones with some tape between them to give the sea lion pups a buffer between people and them.
The city says they are aware of the incidents, but NOAA has the ultimate authority over marine wildlife. In the meantime, Robin says she'll be at the Cove teaching the public how to not love the sea lions to death. In La Jolla, Athena, Jreij, ABC 10 News.
If you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
It's a scene now embedded into American history. The moments shots were fired at former President Donald Trump by an assassin.
I'm looking at that screen, and that's when I heard the noises. And that's when I saw basically just the tail end of the Secret Service coming up from all sides and jumping on top.
It's also a scene Blake Marnell watched play out before his eyes. You might recognize the San Diego man for wearing a suit that looks like a brick wall, a show of his support for former President Trump's tough stance on the border.
I'm right front in the center.
Even after attending over 40 rallies, he says nothing could have prepared him for what he saw on July 13th. Federal investigators say 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks used a semi-automatic rifle to target Donald Trump at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. While on stage, the former president was injured when a bullet grazed his ear. 1 person was killed and 2 others were injured. After the shooting, Marnell says he saw fear and anger in those around him. Days later, he says the path he'd like to see going forward is one of respect and unification.
I would just like to see people engage in civil discourse and actually listen to each other.
Marnell is currently in Milwaukee for the Republican National Convention, where he said he looks forward to seeing Donald Trump named the GOP's presidential nominee.
The last time I saw President Trump, he was being escorted off the stage after an assassination attempt. The next time I see him,
will be Thursday here at the convention when he accepts the nomination for President of the United States.
Athena, Jreij, ABC 10 News.